Greetings, friend. I will show you how to solve this Sudoku hammer by Sam Cavnar-Johnson, placing marks in the grid, and I'll explain all my Sudoku tips, tricks, strategies as I do it. Click on the link below if you want to try this puzzle yourself, and with that, it's solving time. So I think you can kind of see this is like the hammer part, and then this is the handle right there. Pretty cool looking grid. I really interested about this. So first thing I see 2 5s and a 5 right there, so I'll mark that as a 5. It just kind of stands out to me, and then a 3 and a 3 and a 3, so that's going to be a 3. And I see that 2s, and this 2 means that this has to be a 2, and now with these 2s in rows 2 and 3, this has to be a 2 right there. So making quite a bit of progress. With these 4s, I'll do that and mark those as 4s. This is called Snyder notation. So there's only 2 of a candidate possible inside a 3x3 block. I'll make those marks in case we solve one of these, and then the other one we can solve. Also leads to some more advanced strategies, helps us keep track of the grid without cluttering up too much. I see these 3s in columns 7 and 8, it means that has to be a 3, and then 2 spots for 3 here in the middle of block 5. What else? 3 spots for 5. I'm not going to be able to mark that. And you see how the 5 comes down here, column 7. So I mean the 5 has to be in one of these 3 spots. That means the 5 cannot be in either one of those 2. So we can actually mark that as a claiming pair of 5s, because now 5 can't be in any other spot in column 9 except here in block 3. So 5s can't be anywhere else in block 3. They can't be in, and they're not going to be anywhere else in column 9. Same thing here, like the 2s. See how the 2 comes down? So the 2s can't be in either of these 2 spots, and so the 2s can be limited to those 2 spots. So we can mark those 2s as well. And those are end up being a claiming pair. Kind of nice. All right, 7 and 7. I will mark these as 7s, and kind of differentiating my normal path. I'll usually just work right from 1 through 9. But I see the 9s coming down, but in this one I'm just kind of picking what I see and then making those marks as I go. Alright, 2 6s here, columns 5 and 6. So that means that has to be, one of those has to be a 6. And then I can actually solve for a 6 here in block 4. Do you see where? You see how that 6 comes across and this 6 comes up? So that has to be a 6. And that means there are only 2 spaces left for 6 in block 1. Okay, now I'll kind of do some inventory here. 3 spots for a 1. Actually, the 1s, there's 3 here, so I won't mark the 3 1s, but they become what's basically pointing locked candidates right here. So a 1 can't be in any of these 3 spots because it has to be in one of these 3 spots here. It can't be here or here, and we know it can't be here because of this 1. So actually, this has to be a 1, which is kind of nice, and then we can mark our 1s right there. Sweet. All right, anyone else apply? You know, the 2s and 3s kind of work against this little shelf, I call it, which helps us make some more eliminations. 5 2 6 7 5 6. Okay, I see 2 6s here. It means one of these has to be a 6. We'll make that mark. All right, and with the 8s, what can we do with the 8s? Can't see anything, but I do notice. Look at here: 1 4 6 7 2 3 5 9. This, you'll notice, it can't be anything else but an 8. Wow, that's a naked single 8. Don't normally pick those out right off the bat, but I do see that, and so I will mark it. I will take it, people. Okay, and one of those has to be an 8 as well. So I looked at the 1s, looked at, let's see, we can mark these as 2s, and we can mark these as 2s. 3, and I'm looking. Okay, so these 3s are a pointing pair. See, this 3 comes down, and 3s have limited these spots. It means that these can't be a 3. This can't be a 3. So one of these 3 spots has to be a 3. Okay, and then 4s. Limited 2 spots here in block 4. And I'm looking now at 5s. 3 spots not going to mark. 3 spots not going to mark. 2 spots here. Make that mark. 6s. Believe we've gotten all the 6s we can get. Oh, here we go. 7s. A lot of marking going on. A lot of marking. Oh, 9s right there. Anywhere else is 7s? I don't see. Oh, yep, 7 and 7. So this is a pointing pair of 7s right there, because the 7s are limited to these 2 spots in column 8 here in block 6, so they can't be there. So this is actually a 4-7 hidden pair, right? So what it's saying is that the 4s and 7s are limited to those 2 spots, so they have to be in here, and nothing else can be in those 2 spots. That's nice. It was nice to find that. All right. And now I'm noticing too, if you look down column 7, see how there's a 6 here, and a 6 here, and a 6 here? Where can a 6 go now in column 7? Well, it can only go right there. So we can get rid of that as a 6. Nice. And so this would leave us with, looks like a 1, 8, 9 naked triple. There's already a 1 right there, and there's already an 8 right there. So I will take those out of the markings. Nice. Okay, the 8s, made the marks for the 8s there. 8 spots for an 8 there. Anywhere else I see where an 8 can go? No. And then the 9s, these 9s are a pointing pair, and the 9 come across. That means the 9s are limited to one of these 2 spots right there, which means this spot right here cannot be a 9. So what can that be if it's not a 9? Because I see a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be a 5. It can't be a 6 or a 7. And it can't be an 8. And with this pointing pair, it can't be a 9. So that actually has to be a 5. Nice. And since that's a 5, this is a 5. Okay, sweet. 5, 5. So they got the 3 spots for 5. Can't do it. But now we can mark 2 spots for 5 and block 8. Okay, great. And then with the 9s, anywhere else I can look and do with the 9s? No, but I have started making some marks here. So I think I need to revert to do some by value cells. You know, kind of look at where there's 2 or 3 remaining, because I don't see anywhere else where I can do an easy solve here. And I know Sam likes to do his pointing pairs, and we made a lot of value off of that. But there's kind of a lack of 8s and 9s, and I feel like that's the key to really getting to this puzzle here. Okay, so let's look across row 3. What do we need? We have a 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we need a 2, 3, 8, 9, 3 and a 9, so that's a 2 and an 8. That's good. And this would be, looks like a 2, 3, 9. Okay. And then this would be, can't be a 2, can't be a 9, so it's got to be a 3 or an 8. Okay. Let's look now what can be in the remaining of block 4. So you got a 1, 2, 5, 6, 9. So we're missing a 3, 4, 7, 8, right? So 3, 4, that's got to be a 7 or an 8. What can be right here? It looks like 3, 4, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. It can't be a 3, 4, 7, 8. Okay. And let's continue looking here. We can finish off this. This looks like a 1, 6, 8, but we can get rid of that 1. And then what do we need here? 1, 2, 6, 8. So this is a 1, 6, 8, and a 1, 2, 8. Doesn't really help us there. All right, 1, 2, yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. What do we? So let's look at other places. 2, 3, 9 coming down column 5. So 3, 9 there. And it looks like 2, 3, 9 there. Doesn't really help us, but we got at least one more by value cell. 3, 9. We got a 1, 9. We have an 8, 9 here. This is all kind of interesting stuff. What do we have now? Let's look. You see how we have 2, 4, 6, and 8 across row 7? That's kind of interesting. Because now I can just kind of look and see what missing odd digits that we can put in here. So that's a 1, 5, or 9 right here. We have a 1, so, and a 9, so 3, 5, 7. And then what could be here? Can't be a 3 because of these pointing pair of 3s, and it can't be a 5, 3 or 5. So it's gonna be a 1, 3, or no, it can't be a 3, as I said. Can't be a 3, can't be a 5. It's going to be a 1, 7, 9. Okay. Where else do we have restrictions? We have restrictions across row 1. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9. We're missing 4, 6, 7. 4, 6, 7. This can be 4, 6. Another good by cell, and this can be a 4, 7, which is not linked to these other 4, 7s, but that's interesting. So 4, 6, 7, 9. So that's a 4, 7, 9. And this looks like a 4, 6, 9. Okay. Still making good progress here. Still making good progress. Let's move on. And you see, if there's something, put it in the comments. Like, hey, Timberlake, you're really missing out on this part of the solve. Because I'm not seeing anything right now. I'm trying to create some by cells and seeing how they interact with each other. Okay, so let's look here. Any other houses, which is a row, column, or block that has 5 or more cells filled in that I haven't gotten to yet? And I don't think so. So I can go, and I'm kind of curious here on column 3 because I have a 1, 2, 6, 9. I have a 3, 5 right there, so that's helpful. So 1, 2, yeah, one can be 1, 2, 3, can be a 4, 7, or an 8 in those two spots. And then you go down here, and what you have is 1, 2, 6, 9, and a 3 and a 7 right there. So that can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an 8. Okay. And then what can this be? 1, 2, can be a 3, a 4, can be a 5, it can be a 6, it can be, wow, it can't be a 7, but it can be an 8. It's a lot. Okay, I do see something here by my pointer, and it's right here, and I'll highlight that. Not sure if this is intended logic, but I got to point out. So what this is called unique rectangle type 2. So I'll put a link to my unique rectangle tutorial right here. You can go check it out. And a type 2 unique rectangles basically say that the puzzle has a unique solution. Every puzzle I put on this channel has a unique solution. And so if we didn't put an 8 in one of these spots, then you have a 4, 7, and a 4, 7 right here. And then you could solve the whole puzzle and come back and go 7, 7, 4, 7, 4, and you'd have 2 solutions. That can't happen. So an 8 has to be in one of these. And the type 2 means that the 8s are in two of the 4 cells. The other 2 just have the by value. And so what that means is one of these has to be an 8. We can eliminate an 8 from any other cell that sees those. So we can actually eliminate an 8 from right there because of that. And let's get rid of the highlighting. And let's get back here. And then you can eliminate an 8 from the rest of this block. So an 8 can't be in either of these spots either. So what would that mean? So 1, 2, 3 could be a 4, 5, 6, could be a 7, but it can't be an 8 anymore. It's got to be a 9 there still. Okay, and this one, 1, 2, 3, it could be a 4, can't be a 5, it could be a 6, it could be a 7, and it could be an 8. It can't be an 8 anymore, and it couldn't be a 9. It could be a 9. Okay. So, and then also we can get rid of the 8 from down here. Forgot about that. And what it creates is kind of, you have like this claiming pair of 8s right there now, which is kind of nice. Okay. Now, what can we do about those 8s? This is interesting. I feel like there's something going on with the 8s beyond that. In fact, I'm looking at these by-value cells here, and then the fact, you notice how the 3 can only be here and here in row 6, and the 8 can only be here and here, column 6, and then You know, the 3's going to be in these two spots. I feel like there's a link here. And so I'm going to kind of examine this a little further. And this is not something I normally do. I don't normally get into a lot of alternate inference chains. I remember seeing Mark Goodliff kind of do this once, where he kind of said, what would happen if with these bi-value cells? So this 8 has a strong link with this 3. It means if the 8's false, the 3 is true. Weak link with this 3, and then a strong link with this 3, because like that can't be a 3, that can't be a 3, that can't be a 3, right? Because of this 3 and this 3. So strong, weak, strong, weak link to this 8, because we know there has to be an 8 there, and strong to this 8, right? Because there's only 2 8s in column 6. Well, okay, what that's telling me is if this is either an 8, if it's not an 8, that'd be a 3, that can't be a 3, this would be a 3, that can't be an 8, this would be an 8. So either this or this is an 8, and we can eliminate all the 8s that they see. Well, where's an 8 at, right? Right there. We can eliminate the 8. That's a 7. Holy cow. I don't normally see that. Yeah, I'll put the link to the Mark Goodliff video where he did something along those lines. That is a 7. Wow. And now we can eliminate the 7 from right there. And if you need more help at the end of this, I'll put a link to my alternate inference chain video, which will explain what I just did a lot better. Because I'm sure that's not a normal thing you'd see when you're doing marking a grid like this up. Okay, 7 and a 7. And now you can get rid of these 7s. 4 8s. You can get rid of this 7. And you can get rid of this 7, which means 1 9. 1 9 means that has to be a 3. And that has to be a 5. And then this is a 7. Nice. Okay, and when we just added some more stuff, so that can't be a 3 anymore. This has to be a 3. We can get rid of the 3's there. Oh, I'm excited. I feel like I really found the intended logic. I found something really cool right there. Okay, and then this would be the 3 right there. Now, since we solved that 7. All right, anywhere else for 3? Yeah, right here. That's a 3. Okay, we can get rid of the 3's. The 3's are all taken care of. And we can get rid of the 4 marking. So that's a 4 8. And get rid of that 8. And so this would need to be a 1 2, which we can mark as a 1 2. 2 8 9. Okay. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, let's move on here with our solve. Why is that saying 4 5? Looks like that's the only place left for a 5, so we can solve that for a 5, and then we can solve this for a 5 using our Snyder notation. 5 5 5, and all the 5's are done. Great. And where does that put us here? So this is no longer a 3. You got a 2 9 going on there. How about a 6's? Are our 6's done? Not yet. And how about our 7's? 7's are not done either. But we're making so much good progress. Okay, what's in the middle here? A 1 2 8 9. There's only one spot left for an 8 here in block 5, right? Because of this 8 down there. Okay, 1 2 9. This has to be a 1 or a 9 now. This can no longer be an 8. And so 1 6 9 right here. 1 6 9. Okay. Let's move on here. Where else do we see restrictions? Right here. So we solve those 7's. That can no longer be a 7. So that's a 4 8, which means this has to be your 9. And we can get rid of that 9 right there. And then this is great. And so now this is a 1. We can get rid of that 1, which makes this a 9, which makes that an 8, makes that a 2, makes that a 1, 2, 9, 1, 6 9, 1 6. So now that's an 8. That's your 6. That's your 1. And then this has to be your 6. And to make this a 6. Okay, I got an 8 already in row 3, so that's your 4. That's your 8. We still need a 7 up there, so that's your 7, which makes this a 4. All right, I feel like we're in a home stretch here. All right, keep working. 7, 4. Get rid of the 4s, and 6 is already there, so that's 9. That is a 7. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's get down here. 4, 8, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 8, 9. I can't solve it just yet. Okay, how about right here? This is a full house. So you see how there's only one spot remaining. Whoops, one spot remaining, right? So that's where I want to go for next. So that's a 4. Now I can solve this easily for a 4. Okay, so let's look down here. Column 5 is on one spot remaining. So we already got a 9. That has to be a 2. And then what are we looking for here? Solve that for a 2. Get rid of that mark. And we got the 8 and the 9. So that has to be a 1, which makes this a 1, which makes this a 9. And that's going to be an 8. And so we're looking here to finish out the rest of this block. We marked the 4. So here's your 8. Here's your 4. And then we still need an 8, and we need a 9. If you want to see more great solving like this, check out these other videos. One by Sam Cavnar-Johnson that I've already done, and the other will be that alternate inference chain video I was talking about. Don't forget to buy me a coffee link. Thank you so much, Sam Cavnar-Johnson, for letting me feature puzzles on my channel. These are great, and they're challenging, and I love them. Thank you so much for watching.